Hey y'all, welcome to another weekly update of my 67-day weight loss challenge. And I would like to report that it was a successful week, but that would be a lie. It was not a successful week. I went to South Carolina over the weekend. My sister was out of town, so I was staying there with her two sweet puppies, Sydney and Brody, and ate lots of snacks and had a little bit of wine. So I fell off the wagon altogether this past weekend. I did walk the dogs. They like to walk them, in the evening, so I did keep their walk going. So I was able to get a little bit of exercise in, but they always say you can never work out a bad diet, and I 100% believe that. Um, but the weather was beautiful up there. I did sit out in the sun for a little bit and, like I said, walk the dogs and hung out. I got to do some reading and just had some time with myself, and it was fantastic. I did miss Easter at home, but that was okay. Hubby B cooked the entire time I was gone. He made all sorts of chicken and hot dogs and hamburgers. So when I came home, I had tons of stuff to eat and get myself right back on track. Um, but it's nobody's fault. It's not my sister's fault for having the best snacks. It's my fault because I have no willpower. And I don't. I have no willpower. That's why I just can't have stuff. I mean, even if I had like the little baby Reese cups, they're around. I'm gonna eat them. So I just can't have the stuff. And like I said, she has the best snacks up there. So I was in the snack cabinet. I did keep up with my water, so I was really proud of that. I do drink at least one of these a day. This is a 40-ounce tumbler. I do drink at least one of these a day, and sometimes a half of one. So let me have a sip. So I did get my water in, did get my walking in. I did not journal. Journal's really hard for me. I've never really been a journaler, even though I love paper. Like that's why I have a regular planner. I don't do anything digital. Um, and I like paper. Even with my food tracking, somebody has suggested to put it on paper so I can kind of see it, at a glance. But the app that I use, the macro app, I like it because the food that I eat on the norm is already in there, so I can just weigh it and track it. It's easier than trying to weigh it again for a notebook. But it hasn't been, this is my fifth week, I think, and I really wish I could have lost more weight. This happens every summer. I think I'm down 13 pounds total from when I started, but I would like to be more because I have so much weight to lose. And it's hard. It is one of the freaking hardest things you'll ever do in your life is lose weight. And I'm 53 now, which makes it harder. Everybody says, oh, once you reach a certain age, it's harder. They're not telling a lie. It is so hard to lose weight. Because I love to eat. I mean, food is so good. And, I don't do a lot. Like, I don't have a lot of activities. I like to read, which makes me want to eat and drink wine. I like to sit outside, which makes me want to eat and drink wine. I don't do any gardening. Leave all that to hubby B. I don't mow the grass. He does all that. Um, I crochet. I use my hands to crochet. So if I'm crocheting, I'm not really thinking about eating, but I don't really do a lot of things that keep my mind off of food. And when you're sitting there watching TV, all these food commercials come on. So, of course, you want to eat. Um, so it's hard. It's so hard. And I don't want to be just, okay, I give up because I've done that pretty much the last 10, 12 years. I've just like given up, which is why I'm where I'm at right now. Um, so it's a struggle. It's a big struggle. But, tomorrow's a new day. Today's a new day. Like I said, hubby B made lots of chicken and stuff, so I have plenty of stuff to eat. So I just do that. Tonight we are going out to dinner, and I already know what I'm going to have, so I'm okay with that. But I just have to, stay on it. And the macros has probably been the easiest for me because if I do cook, like I'm going to make this TikTok recipe that somebody posted to Instagram. I don't have TikTok, but somebody posted the recipe to Instagram, and I'll make it and then I'll weigh it as I go along, and then I'll know when I have a serving size how much it is, which is what I do with a lot of recipes. So it makes it easier. Sometimes I eat a little more than I should, but if I'm tracking it, I weigh it and it's all good. So it is a struggle for me. It's always been a struggle for me. I told you in another video, I've been on a diet since I can remember. I remember one time I was at my job, and we were having lunch in the break room, and the girls, I said something about being on a diet. She's like, Angela, you've been on a diet since you've worked here. And she was right. I've been there since I was 19, and I'd been on a diet the whole time I'd been there, but I was a lot thinner back then. And look at this picture. This is how thin I used to be. And thought I was fat. Thought I was fat. Was not fat at all. So I can do it. It's just going to take a little bit of time, and I'm going to have to focus and get myself, you know, stay on my plan and commit to myself, which I've done fine. I didn't work out the last 2 days because I haven't felt the best. And when I don't feel well, I don't give it my all, and I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions. So it's like, well, I'm not gonna do anything. I actually slept in. So I got a little bit of extra sleep. I didn't sleep well at my sister's. Her big dogs were in the bed, and they love to cuddle. There's a big old cuddle bugs, and there's another picture. That's Brody. My sister's a huge Jaws fan, and he was named after Chief Brody. So he's just a big old teddy bear. And this Sydney, she likes to cuddle. So, but anyway, it is what it is, and I can get back on my plans. I can't really blame anybody but myself. I always try to find excuses, and I'm just, done with it. So anyway, it's counting down. I don't have, but maybe 6 more weeks. I think it was 11 weeks in total in all. So it's really, it's creeping up, and I'm nowhere near what I want to be. The journaling part is the hardest. Like I said earlier in the video, I haven't really journaled. I may go to the app on my phone where I can talk to text, because there is a journaling app if you have an iPhone. It was with one of the new releases. So I may do that, instead of writing it down. Then that way nobody can read it, because I worry about that too. Not that I say anything I shouldn't. I just don't want anybody picking up my journal, when I die, and reading my personal thoughts on my phone. They won't be able to get to it. But it's going to be a nice weekend here in Georgia. The weather's supposed to be pretty and sunny, so I'm hoping I can sit outside. Want to show you all the garden this weekend. There's just a little snippet of it. The azaleas there are gorgeous. So anyway, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Thank you for being here. If you have any tips or tricks or words of wisdom for me to, stay on track, and which I'm going to keep going. I'm not giving up. Don't think that. I'm not giving up. But if you have any tips or tricks, if you drop those in the comments, I really would appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber of the channel, I would love for you to subscribe and give me some words of encouragement and any words of wisdom that you have. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.